The fire of truth when Mata Sita chose herself. Fire, it captivates us, doesn't it? The way it dances, destroys, and purifies. They say fire burns away all that is false, leaving only truth in its wake. But what happens when the purest soul of all, a woman of unshakable strength, is asked to step into those flames? What happens when she chooses to prove her worth, not for the world's sake, but for her own? Today, we are unraveling a story that's been told for millennia yet pulses with life. The story of Mata Sita, the Agni Pariksha, the trial by fire, in a moment that redefined strength forever. This isn't just a chapter from the Ramayana. It's timeless epic. It's a beacon for every heart that's ever faced judgment, every soul that's ever risen above doubt. Stay with me until the end because Mata Sita's choice will ignite something within you, a fire that never fades. Let's step into the world of Ramayana, where gods walked among mortals and Dharma, the eternal law of righteousness, shaped every destiny. This is the tale of Bhagwan Ram, the prince of Ayodhya, and his beloved wife Mata Sita. Their love was a legend, a bond forged in devotion and trust. But their path was no fairy tale. It was a journey of trials, sacrifice, and unyielding truth. Ram, Sita, and Ram's loyal brother Lakshman are in exile, living simply in the forests of Dandakaranya. It's here, in the wilds, that their story takes a dark turn. Ravana, the demon king of Lanka, lusts after Sita's divine beauty. With a cunning plan, he lures Ram and Lakshman away, disguising his ally Maricha as a golden deer to entice Sita. Alone, Sita is abducted, spirited away to Ravana's golden palace across the sea. Can you feel her strength? Trapped in a foreign land, guarded by fearsome Rakshasis, with no one but her own heart to protect her. For months, Sita endures Ravana's threats and temptations, her spirit unbroken. She rejects him fiercely, her devotion to Ram a fortress no demon can breach. She prays to the gods, to the earth that bore her, to the fire that purifies. And the earth, her mother, listens. Meanwhile, Ram, heartbroken yet resolute, vows to rescue her. He allies with Sugriva, king of the Vanaras, and Hanuman, the devoted monkey warrior. Hanuman leaps across the ocean, finds Sita in Lanka's Ashokavatika, and delivers Ram's message of hope. The stage is set for war, a clash of dharma against adharma. The war for Sita is cataclysmic. Ram, Lakshman, and the Vanara army face Ravana's demonic forces. The battlefield trembles with the clash of swords, the roar of warriors, and the cries of the fallen. Hanuman's strength, Vibhishana's wisdom, and Ram's divine arrows turn the tide. Ravana, with his 10 heads and 20 arms, fights with ferocity, but Ram's righteousness prevails. With the Brahma Astra, Ram pierces Ravana's heart and the demon king falls, his reign of terror ended. The war is over. Good has triumphed. Sita is free. Vibhishana, now crowned king of Lanka, brings her to Ram's presence. The Vanaras, gods, and warriors gather, witnessing the reunion of the beloved couple. But the atmosphere turns solemn. Ram, bound by the responsibilities of Dharma, faces an agonizing dilemma, not because he doubts Sita's purity, but because he knows that a king's personal life must be beyond question. A queen's honor was seen as the honor of the entire kingdom. Even though Ram's heart knew Sita's unwavering devotion, he also understood that if left unaddressed, doubts, now or in the future, could cast a shadow on her, on him, and on the kingdom's dharma itself. And so, in that heavy silence, Ram asked for a public affirmation of Sita's purity, not for his own reassurance, but to silence every doubt before it could take root. This is the most of the Agni Pariksha, the trial by fire, one of the most powerful and often misunderstood moments of the Ramayana. Sita, with unshakable grace, steps forward into the flames. She doesn't bow. She makes a choice that echoes through eternity. Picture this: a pyre blazing like the sun. Its flames a wall of red and gold. The crowd is silent, their doubts hanging like storm clouds. Sita stands tall, her sari fluttering, her eyes alight with an inner fire. She doesn't plead or argue. She raises her hands and prays. Her voice a melody of truth. Yada aham aparshah papam tada mam pavaka pramanayet. Means, just as I have remained untouched by sin, let the fire prove it. And then she steps into the flames. Feel that moment, the crackle of the fire, the gasp of the crowd, the weight of 1,000 eyes. Fire, the ultimate destroyer, spares no one. Yet, for Sita, it transforms. The flames don't burn her, they cradle her, cool as a monsoon breeze, soft as a mother's embrace. Agni, the fire god, appears, carrying Sita in his arms, his voice thundering, Sita is Shuddha, Mata Sita is Pavitra. The gods rejoice. Brahma and Shiva glorify Ram as Vishnu's avatar. Ram, his eyes filled with love, accepts Sita, saying he never doubted her but acted to silence the world's chatter. In that moment, Sita isn't just Ram's wife. She is a symbol for every woman, every soul who is ever being judged, doubted, or asked to prove their worth. She stands in the fire and declares, "My dignity is mine, my truth is mine, and no one can take it from me." Let's pause. Don't we all face our Agni Parikshas? When rumors spread, when your character is questioned, when the world demands proof of your worth, doesn't that heat burn? Sita's strength wasn't loud or angry. It was silent, rooted in her truth. Her name, Sita, means furrow, the earth's gift, born from Bhudevi herself. Like the earth, she held her power quietly unshaken. With Sita by his side, Ram boards the Pushpaka Vimana, a mystical chariot that carries them back to Ayodhya. The journey takes weeks, not days, stopping at Kishkinda to honor their Vanara allies. On Deepavali, they reach Ayodhya welcomed by Bharata and a kingdom aglow with lamps. Ram is crowned king, Sita his queen, and their reign ushers in a golden era of Dharma. But the story doesn't end here. Years later, whispers resurface in Ayodhya. A single voice questions Sita's purity again, and the rumor spreads like wildfire. Ram, bound by his duty as king, makes a heart-wrenching choice. Sita, pregnant with twins, is sent to the forest to sage Valmiki's ashram. This part of the story, found in the Uttarakhanda, is debated by scholars. Many believe it's a later edition, as Valmiki's core narrative ends with Ram and Sita's coronation, promising 10,000 years of harmonious rule. Yet, even in exile, Sita shines. Alone, she rises love and Kush into warriors and scholars, teaching them the Ramayana, the values of truth and courage. She doesn't let bitterness define her. She chooses dignity again and again. Years later, Ram and Sita reunite. Love and Kush prove their valor, and Ram asks Sita to return. But the world demands proof again. Sita, serene and resolute, turns to her mother, Bhudevi, and speaks, "If I have been true to my dharma, let Mother Earth embrace me." The earth opens, radiant with light. Sita steps into her mother's arms, returning to her divine origin. The gods weep. The, the world stands still. Sita doesn't just prove her purity, she transcends the need for proof. She chooses herself, her truth, her dharma. Sita's story isn't a tragedy, it's a triumph. Dignity isn't given by society, it's earned through self respect. Real purity is strength, real strength is silent. And some believe in texts like the Ramcharitmanas that Sita was never touched by Ravana at all. A Maya Sita, a shadow, endured captivity while the real Sita rested in Agni's care. Whether truth or legend, it underscores her divine power. So when you face your fire, doubt, judgment, or a challenge that tests your core, remember Mata Sita. She walked through the flames and shone brighter. What's your Agni Pariksha? Share it in the comments. I would love to hear your story. If this tale touched you, hit subscribe to So Good Stories. We are a community that lives these stories, that finds strength in them. Light a lamp for Sita. Share this video with someone who needs her fire. Together, let's keep her truth alive. Jai Shri Ram.